If you're gluten-free and mornings feel like a race against the clock, finding breakfast options that are both fast and actually satisfying can be a real struggle. But the truth is, gluten-free breakfasts don't have to be bland, boring, or require a ton of prep time to taste amazing. One smart trick in this roundup uses a simple ingredient swap that makes fluffy pancakes without any specialty flour mix. You'll want to stick around for that one alone, because it changes everything about how you think about quick gluten-free breakfasts. Whether you're feeding a family with picky eaters or just need something to grab on your own way out the door, these recipes are built for real life. Think crispy egg muffins, creamy overnight oats, and savory handheld pockets that are warm and filling. Each idea in this list is designed to save you time while still delivering on taste and texture. So let's jump into these 18 quick and easy gluten-free breakfasts that will make your mornings smoother and more delicious. Let's kick things off with a breakfast that feels like a warm hug in a muffin tin. These peanut butter banana oatmeal cups are perfect for busy mornings because you can make a batch ahead and grab one on your way out. You just mash a ripe banana, stir in some gluten-free oats, a spoonful of peanut butter, and a splash of milk. Then you scoop the mixture into a greased muffin pan and bake until they're golden and set. They come out soft, chewy, and naturally sweet from the banana. If you need a nut-free version, swap the peanut butter for sunflower seed butter and it works just as well. These little cups make you feel like you're eating dessert for breakfast, but they're packed with fiber and protein. Once you've got a batch cooling on the counter, you'll be ready to try another quick idea that's just as easy. Next up, we've got a savory option that's just as grab-and-go as those oatmeal cups. These egg and cheese breakfast muffins are ideal when you want something hearty but still gluten-free and fast. You whisk together a few eggs, add a handful of shredded cheese, some chopped veggies like bell peppers or spinach, and a pinch of salt. Pour the mixture into a greased muffin tin and bake until the tops are puffed and lightly browned. They come out fluffy, cheesy, and full of flavor without any flour at all. For a dairy-free twist, use your favorite plant-based cheese or just skip it and add extra veggies. These muffins make you feel satisfied and ready to tackle the morning without any mid-morning slump. Once you see how simple they are, you'll be curious about another breakfast that comes together in a flash. Now here's a breakfast that practically makes itself while you sleep. Chia seed pudding jars are a lifesaver for busy mornings because there's zero cooking involved. You just stir chia seeds into your favorite milk, add a little sweetener like maple syrup and a splash of vanilla. Pour the mixture into a jar, give it a good shake, and pop it in the fridge overnight. By morning, it thickens into a creamy, pudding-like texture that's ready to eat. You can top it with fresh berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even a dollop of yogurt for extra creaminess. This breakfast feels like a treat but keeps you full and fueled with omega-3s and fiber. After you've prepped a few jars for the week, you'll want to see another idea that's just as effortless. This list of gluten-free breakfasts is packed with options for busy mornings. Which one would you try first? Maybe the overnight oats or the egg muffin cups? Drop your answer in the comments below. I love hearing what works for you and your family. While you are here, go ahead and hit that like button if this collection helped you. And if you have not already, subscribe so you do not miss our next roundup of meal ideas. Stick around because there is plenty more to come. Let's switch gears to something crunchy and fresh that takes under 5 minutes. Avocado and tomato rice cakes are perfect when you need a gluten-free breakfast that doesn't require any baking or stovetop time. You simply grab a couple of crispy rice cakes, mash half an avocado on top, and layer on sliced cherry tomatoes. A sprinkle of salt, pepper, and maybe a squeeze of lemon juice brings everything together. The combination of creamy avocado and juicy tomato on a crunchy base is incredibly satisfying. For extra protein, add a poached egg or a few slices of smoked salmon on top. This breakfast feels light but still substantial, and it's ready before your coffee finishes brewing. Once you've tried that quick combo, you'll be ready for another idea that's just as speedy. If you prefer something warm and savory, this one-pan sweet potato and black bean hash is a total game changer. It works beautifully for busy mornings because you only need one skillet and about 15 minutes. You dice a sweet potato into small cubes, toss them in a hot pan with a little oil, and let them cook until tender. Then you stir in canned black beans, a pinch of cumin, and some salt and let everything get slightly crispy. The sweet potato gets caramelized on the edges while the beans add a creamy, hearty texture. You can top it with a fried egg or a spoonful of salsa for extra flavor and protein. This hash feels like a cozy weekend breakfast but comes together fast enough for a weekday rush. After you've enjoyed that warm skillet, you'll be excited to see one more quick gluten-free breakfast idea. Last for this first batch of ideas, we've got the simplest pancakes you'll ever make. These 3-ingredient banana pancakes are perfect for busy mornings because they're naturally gluten-free and come together in a blender. You just toss a ripe banana, 2 eggs, and a splash of vanilla into the blender and whiz until smooth. Pour the batter onto a hot greased skillet and cook like regular pancakes until golden on both sides. They turn out light, fluffy, and subtly sweet without any flour or added sugar. For a dairy-free version, cook them in coconut oil and serve with a drizzle of maple syrup. These pancakes make you feel like you're having a special breakfast, but they're ready in under 10 minutes. And that's just the start. There are plenty more quick gluten-free breakfasts coming up next. Next up is a berry coconut smoothie bowl that feels like a tropical vacation in a bowl. This one is perfect for busy mornings because it comes together in under 5 minutes with zero cooking. You just blend frozen berries, a splash of coconut milk, and a scoop of your favorite gluten-free protein powder until thick and creamy. Pour it into a bowl and top it with shredded coconut, sliced almonds, and a handful of fresh berries for crunch. The coconut milk gives it a rich, silky texture that makes it feel indulgent without any dairy. If you want to cut down on sugar, use unsweetened coconut milk and skip the protein powder for a lighter version. Every spoonful is cool, refreshing, and packed with antioxidants to start your day right. Now let's move on to something warm and savory that's just as quick. This savory quinoa breakfast bowl is a hearty, protein-packed option that keeps you full for hours. It's ideal for mornings when you need something substantial but don't have time to stand over the stove. You start with leftover cooked quinoa, just reheat it in a skillet with a little olive oil and a handful of fresh spinach. Once the spinach wilts, crack an egg right on top and cover the pan until the egg is set to your liking. Sprinkle on some salt, pepper, and a pinch of red pepper flakes for a little kick. You can swap the egg for a fried tofu slice if you want a vegan version that still feels satisfying. The combination of fluffy quinoa, tender spinach, and a runny yolk is pure comfort food. Next, we've got a crunchy, toasty option that's ready in just a couple of minutes. If you are looking for even more recipes like these, I have a helpful resource for you. Head over to www.healthybitestribe.com. That is where you will find our AI recipe generator to create custom dishes based on your needs. You can also use the meal planner to organize your week with gluten-free breakfasts and more. Saving and sharing your favorite recipes from this collection is easy there too. It is a practical tool for anyone managing food allergies or dietary restrictions. Whether you need quick ideas or full meal plans, the site is built to support you. Check it out when you get a chance. Sometimes the simplest things are the best, and this gluten-free avocado toast proves it. It's a lifesaver on rush mornings because you only need 3 ingredients and a toaster. Grab a slice of your favorite gluten-free bread, toast it until golden, then mash half a ripe avocado on top. Sprinkle generously with everything bagel seasoning for that savory, seedy crunch. A squeeze of lemon juice keeps the avocado from browning and adds a fresh pop of flavor. If you want extra protein, top it with a poached egg or a sprinkle of hemp seeds. The creamy avocado against the crispy toast is so satisfying you will not miss the gluten at all. Let's keep the momentum going with a handheld option that's perfect for eating on the go. Breakfast tacos are a fun, portable way to enjoy a hot meal even when you're in a hurry. They work beautifully for gluten-free mornings because corn tortillas are naturally free of gluten. Warm a couple of small corn tortillas in a dry skillet, then fill them with quick scrambled eggs. Add a spoonful of black beans, a sprinkle of shredded cheese, and a drizzle of salsa for extra flavor. Fold them up and you've got a breakfast that's ready in under 10 minutes. For a dairy-free version, skip the cheese and use avocado slices or a dollop of dairy-free sour cream instead. Each bite is warm, spicy, and satisfying, like a mini fiesta in your hand. Next, we'll look at a no-cook option that's perfect for meal prep. A Greek yogurt parfait is one of the easiest gluten-free breakfasts you can make, and it looks beautiful too. It's great for busy mornings because you can assemble it the night before and grab it from the fridge. Layer plain Greek yogurt with fresh berries, sliced banana, and a generous handful of gluten-free granola. Drizzle a little honey or maple syrup between the layers for natural sweetness. The granola stays crunchy if you add it just before eating, or you can let it soften overnight for a more cake-like texture. If you're dairy-free, swap the Greek yogurt for a thick coconut or almond-based yogurt instead. The creamy yogurt, juicy fruit, and crunchy granola make every spoonful a delight. Now let's wrap up this section with a one-pan scramble that's packed with veggies. This sweet potato and kale egg scramble is a colorful, nutrient-dense breakfast that comes together in one skillet. It's perfect for mornings when you want something warm and savory without a lot of cleanup. Start by dicing a small sweet potato and sautéing it in a little olive oil until tender and slightly caramelized. Toss in a handful of chopped kale and cook until it wilts, then pour in beaten eggs and stir gently. Season with salt, pepper, and a pinch of smoked paprika for a subtle smoky flavor. You can add crumbled feta or a dairy-free cheese alternative for extra creaminess. The sweetness of the potato balances the earthy kale, and the eggs tie it all together beautifully. Coming up next, we've got a sweet treat that's so simple you'll want to make it every day. Next up, we have cheesy black bean and corn quesadillas, and these are honestly one of the quickest breakfasts you can make. They come together in just a few minutes, making them perfect for mornings when you need something warm and filling without any fuss. You just grab a gluten-free tortilla, layer on some refried black beans, a sprinkle of corn, and a generous handful of shredded cheese. Fold it over and cook it in a dry skillet for a couple of minutes on each side until it's golden and the cheese is all melty inside. The combination of creamy beans, sweet corn, and gooey cheese is just so satisfying and cozy. If you want to add a little protein, you can toss in some leftover cooked chicken or crumbled tofu before you fold it. These quesadillas feel like a treat, but they are so simple and nourishing at the same time. Now, let's move on to another warm and comforting option that is just as easy to throw together. Cooking for dietary restrictions can feel lonely sometimes, but it does not have to be. This recipe lineup is just one way to show you that you have options. If you want to connect with others who get it, come join us at www.healthybitestribe.com. Our community chat is a welcoming space to share tips, swaps, and encouragement. You will find people who understand cooking gluten-free, dairy-free, or for other needs. It is a place where you belong and can ask questions without judgment. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel so we can keep sharing ideas together. You are not cooking alone, and I am glad you are here. For something a little different, let's talk about creamy coconut rice pudding with berries, which feels like a warm hug in a bowl. This is a fantastic make-ahead breakfast that you can prep the night before and just grab from the fridge in the morning. You simply cook your rice in a mix of coconut milk and a little water until it's soft and creamy, then stir in a touch of maple syrup or honey. Let it cool down a bit, then spoon it into jars and top it with fresh or frozen berries for a pop of color and flavor. The coconut milk gives it such a rich, luscious texture without any dairy at all. You can use any leftover cooked rice you have on hand to make this even faster, and it works great with brown rice or white rice. This breakfast feels like a dessert, but it is packed with energy to keep you going all morning. Next, we have a savory option that is perfect for when you want something light but still satisfying. Let's keep things fresh with smoked salmon and cucumber breakfast bites, which are incredibly elegant but take almost no time to prepare. These are perfect for busy mornings because there is zero cooking involved, just a little bit of assembly. You take thick slices of cucumber, top them with a small dollop of cream cheese or a dairy-free alternative, and then add a piece of smoked salmon. A sprinkle of fresh dill or a squeeze of lemon juice really brightens everything up and makes it taste so fresh. These little bites are light, refreshing, and packed with protein and healthy fats to keep you full. If you do not eat fish, you can swap the smoked salmon for sliced avocado or roasted red peppers for a similar texture. They feel like a fancy brunch item, but you can make them in under 5 minutes flat. Now, let's switch gears to something warm and comforting that is perfect for chilly mornings. Savory oatmeal with a fried egg and greens is a total game changer if you have only ever had sweet oatmeal before. This dish is perfect for busy mornings because it is warm, filling, and comes together in one pot in about 10 minutes. You cook your gluten-free oats in water or broth with a pinch of salt, then stir in a handful of fresh spinach until it wilts down. While the oats are cooking, you fry an egg in a separate pan until the edges are crispy, but the yolk is still runny. Serve the creamy oats in a bowl, top with the fried egg, and add a sprinkle of black pepper and red pepper flakes for a little kick. You can also add some sautéed mushrooms or cherry tomatoes for extra flavor and texture. The runny yolk mixing into the savory oats is just pure comfort and so satisfying. Next up, we have a sweet and crunchy option that is perfect for when you want something a little more handheld. Apple cinnamon breakfast cookies are a fun and portable breakfast that feels like a treat, but is actually good for you. These are perfect for mornings when you need to eat on the go, because you can bake a batch ahead of time and grab one as you head out the door. You mix together gluten-free oats, mashed banana, diced apple, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a handful of nuts or seeds. Form the mixture into small cookie shapes on a baking sheet and bake them until they are golden and firm to the touch. The natural sweetness from the banana and apple means you do not need to add much extra sugar at all. You can swap the nuts for raisins or chocolate chips if you want a different flavor, and they store well in the fridge for several days. These cookies are soft, chewy, and full of cozy apple cinnamon flavor that makes mornings feel special. For our final dish, we have one more quick and satisfying option that wraps everything up perfectly. For our last breakfast idea, let's make a simple tomato and basil rice noodle bowl that is light, fresh, and incredibly quick to put together. This is perfect for busy mornings because it uses pantry staples and comes together in the time it takes to boil water. You cook your rice noodles according to the package directions, then drain them and toss them with a little olive oil. Add some halved cherry tomatoes, fresh basil leaves, and a pinch of salt and pepper for a simple but flavorful combination. You can also add a splash of lemon juice or a drizzle of balsamic glaze for extra brightness. If you want more protein, toss in some canned chickpeas or leftover grilled chicken for a heartier meal. This bowl is so refreshing and easy, and it proves that breakfast does not have to be complicated to be delicious. We hope these quick gluten-free breakfast ideas make your mornings a little easier and a lot tastier, and we will see you in the next video. And there you have it, 18 quick gluten-free breakfasts to make your mornings easier. You can pick and choose the ideas that fit your taste, your time, or your dietary needs. I hope this collection gives you some fresh inspiration for the week ahead. If you enjoyed this roundup, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more helpful recipe ideas. For even more support, head over to www.healthybitestribe.com. There you will find our AI recipe generator, a meal planner, and a place to save and share your favorite recipes. You can also join our community chat to connect with others who understand cooking for different needs. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.